So I was biking home from school the other day, or well, at least I was about to hop on my bike. I had opened my garage, and as I opened the garage door, I noticed there was this awfully creepy Tesla there with tinted, like black tinted windows, which is never a good sign, obviously. And it just gave off kidnapper vibes. Okay, wow. Okay. Anyways, it gave off, like, kidnapper vibes. Right, so as I'm closing the garage door, I make sure to, like, wait for it to close all the way. Because, like, my sisters were in there all alone. And I'm thinking, like, if this person happens to be a kidnapper, I would like them to just quickly stop the garage door from closing, slide under, I don't know, epic Indiana Jones thing, and just take my sisters. That would not be the best thing to happen, necessarily. Where is this guy? Good luck crossing that gap. I guess I could say the same to myself. Anyways, so, you know, I made sure to, like, wait for it to close all the way, and then hop on my bike, and immediately they drive off. And I thought that they were in park, like, waiting for someone to exit the building there and hop in, you know, to, like, take them to, like, work or school. I don't know. I know a lot of people do that. They, like, give each other rides, because it's a nice thing to do. But I don't think that's what the case was for... Where is this guy? How am I letting this guy sneak past me so easily? Anyways... I should probably break his bread. Bread, yes, bed first. But anyways, you know, and... It could have been that, but the way that they just immediately drove off, the second I hop on my bike, like, not even just the second, like, the exact moment that I am on that bike, they are just driving off. So I don't know what they wanted to do. It was creepy. I've had multiple similar experiences. In fact, just a couple days ago, I'm walking home, not biking as far as I remember. I'm pretty sure it was just walking. When there's just this old man walking his dog or something, I don't know, he's just chilling there right by my curb. Die. Anyways, he's just chilling there, and I'm like, I'm eyeing this dude suspiciously too, because, like, then again, it could be a murder, you never know. So, you know, I'm, like, eyeing him all suspiciously, right? And, like, the moment that my garage door finishes closing, what does he do? He just, him and his dog, they walk off. So I don't know if my family's part of some government conspiracy or something, but I would certainly hope not. Why are we just falling through blocks today and not taking damage? Sir, that's kind of something that you're supposed to do based on physics. Anyways, he goes and he just walks off. Like, I don't know, I made sure to lock all the doors and everything afterwards, because, you know, could be a serial killer, could be a kidnapper. You'd never know until you get proof. Innocent until proven guilty. Something that we go by in this country, unless you're one of my viewers not from this country, in which case it would be different. So anyways, you know, it's pretty creepy. And then the other one, there might have actually been more of experiences like this. Actually, there is another one that I'll tell you after this, after the next one. But basically, this one, I was walking to my dad's house from the bus stop, because we had just moved and we'd still used the same bus stop, but it was just, like, quite a big walk. So basically, I was walking down. I was walking there, and I get to this part. There's this part where I have to, like, cross the Pacific Union Railway. You know, that big train that brings anything that you buy from the store across the country to your store. And it runs right past that house. It was actually kind of hard to see because of that train. But anyways, I'm walking. I passed that and then there's like this just junkyard. Like, it's not officially a junkyard, but it's like that place where like a bunch of bad teenagers will go to like smoke and drink and stuff. I don't know, that kind of stuff. And people often used it where they just take junk they didn't want and used it as a rage room there, which is pretty smart. I wanted to do that there, but then unfortunate circumstances happened. Anyways, I get to the end of that, and I'm at like, I'm about to start walking past the fence down to our house, and this whole time there's just been another old man with a dog just chilling there suspiciously. And then right as I pass him, like right before I pass him, he starts walking in the same direction that I was in. I pass him, and alright, let's have you die now. So anyways, like as soon as I pass him, I'm like, this is awkward, and then I go and like, I get just about to my house, and I look back, and I can see the top of his hat just chilling there, like I can see it above this dumpster that he's just casually standing behind. Right, he's just standing behind this dumpster, and I can see his dog walking out from behind it because his dog wants to get out, and I'm like, he's like tugging back on it violently. He's like, no, you can't expose us. So, that was a bit awkward. But then it gets worse. I go inside, I make sure to use my back door, I run, and quickly get in there. Because, I don't want this guy murdering me. I don't want him finding where I live when he's creepily following me. But it gets worse. I go inside, I lock all the doors and stuff, and I, peek out the window. Right as I peek out the window, he's right there. He's right there, and he's frantically walking by, looking side to side. He's like, oh no, I've lost the target. What am I gonna do? It's like, well, this guy was creepy, to say the least. Luckily, I never saw him again, but I'm still scared from that experience, not gonna lie. I mean, how often does that happen to you? It's not a lot to me. I mean, actually, I guess it does happen a lot to me, but not as much as it doesn't happen as much as, people who are in, the CIA, when they always have people watching them. And it happens quite a bit more than most people experience. RIP. Alright, I probably shouldn't have tried to jump on top of him. This is Minecraft. RIP. Alright. But anyways, it was creepy. But there's another one. This one was before my parents were divorced, right? I think it was about that year, but this one was probably by far the creepiest, right? So we're just chilling. We were actually watching, it was right when Stranger Things Season 4 came out. So we were watching it when this happened. So, when you're watching a horror show, and then something as scary as this happens, then it feels twice as creepy. That's the thing about this, is basically, we hear this knock at the door, and then all of a sudden, my brother's open, and all of a sudden, the atmosphere just seems to change. They hid how scared they were pretty well for how scary that situation was. But I mean, you could just feel the shift in mood and stuff, and it creeps me out. It just, I didn't actually see this lady, but they described her pretty well, right? So this old lady who's smoking a cigar, I think she even had an empty glass of wine with her. And she asks, hey, could I see your parents? And my brother's like, first state your intentions. And she's like, oh, I'm just in the neighborhoods, seeing if anyone needs help watching their kids or stuff. I'm a nanny. And this lady, you would not want this lady to be your nanny, okay? She's smoking a cigar. She's got the wine and everything. It's just not good vibes, really. So, we're sitting there no. And then, we got a report. My mom checked Instagram later, and everyone in the neighborhood said that they had this creepy lady coming up to the house saying, "Hey, would you like to have your kids watched for cheap prices, like a cheap nanny?" And it gets worse too. It gets worse because this lady, I'm pretty sure she like said to some of the kids, like there were some kids that were home alone. I'm sure of it because it happens in day-to-day life. Some kids will be home alone. Maybe they'll already have a babysitter, maybe not. But I'm pretty sure she said to some of them that the parents hired her to babysit them, and that is just completely false, alright? No parent in their sane mind, not even parents in Disney movies, and that's how you know that she's bad, when not even parents in Disney movies would hire her, alright? Like, my gosh, this lady just, overall, not a good lady. Like, don't judge a book by its cover, but I mean, there are some covers that you just cannot deny. But like, okay, then she even came back to some houses like a couple weeks later. It just got worse and worse. And then she left after that. She never came back. Gosh, this guy came prepared with that. Oh my gosh. Alright, come at me. Die, please. There we go. Alright, some nicked dude keeps following me around. I can tell that he's nicked because when I try to like put in his username into the stats thing, it says an account with that username does not exist. So, you know, that's a bit of an obvious nick. Also, it's like custom, so it's something that's actually believable, but you can literally just tell if anyone's nicked by doing that. I mean, unless they're nicked as someone who, like, has that Microsoft account, but not has that, Nether Games. I don't know. I probably shouldn't be telling people how to find nicks when I'm nicked a lot these days. And might be nicked a lot more in the future as my channel grows and shrinks and all in betweens. But anyways, yeah, I mean, like, I've had some pretty creepy things happen in my life, some pretty unusual stuff, but it's like, I want to make a movie or book out of it, but I feel like it's good to some degree, but just not enough that people would actually want to watch it. Especially as the standards get a little bit higher with some stuff. Like, these days, you just can't have any, like, serious comic moments in shows anymore. It's the sad truth. So anyway, stay safe out there also, by the way. I was avoiding the nicked guy, because, I mean, when you have custom nicks, and they know to, like, do it believable, and also wear a Steve skin, they're probably, like, a super sweat. And I kind of wanted to not lose my reputation of winning some matches during this video, so that's why I was avoiding them. I kind of wanted to, like, not, like, lose. But anyways, make sure to like and subscribe. Also check out my previous commentary. I think it's the one about World War III or whatever. Yeah, bye.